Yeah. I thought let's turn on the microphone. I thought it was really nice silence, but why do I get usage? Usage detector is not a namespace of debug. Because I think it is defined in here. Or not. Oh, it's not. Usage detector. It is defined in a CWDS uses detector. Sorry, but which file? Flat create info.h. Invalid application of a line off to incomplete type usage detector. Why is it incomplete? That looks wrong. But looks wrong. Huh? How can I still have done that? Oops, I meant that. Yeah. Same thing here. The wrapper goes around the inner factor. So there. Error. Standard vector. VK pipeline shader stage create info. Vulkan pipeline flat create info get pipeline shader stage create info const. Error no matching function for call to Vulkan pipeline flat create info merge. Const Vulkan pipeline flat create info pipeline shader stage create info list type reference. Okay. in instantiation of merge wrapper uses detector required from here. Error standard vector vk pipeline shader state create info is an inaccessible. Man, the amount of changes that this needs is ridiculous. The wrapper needs to be added like everywhere. And again here. Would have been better if I just had a type def for all those vectors. And then use the type def everywhere, and then I could just simply change the type in one place. And this in an instantiation of merge required from here. Calls expression, standard vector, size type. That is inaccessible within context. Right, yeah, I didn't copy anything yet into the users detector. For the vector, it's empty. I need to copy, well, I was just going to do it, I think it's on a on a need basis. So let's find, this is vector, and now we require size. On the other hand, it would be more efficient if I just did everything in one go, right? Or a size anyway, yeah. So let's begin with empty, because it belongs the same blocks in C++ 20. That will be this thing here. And that then returns base. So empty. And the next one, say size. Max size, although I don't think I use that. Reserve. Particular spaces. It is a lot. That was capacity. Now we have shrink to fit. I think I should remove that return there, yeah. And also not here. Base. Shrink to fit. That returns a void, so no return there. Well, this thing is already using size type. Also need all the type defs. Oh my god. Can I do this like all of them at the same time? I already have value type. Yeah, boing. What a mess. Value type, I already have that. Size type, different type, reference, cons reference. Pointer. I think, oh, this belongs on that line. A bit vague. Well, I need that one, and I need cons reference, difference type. Okay, the type. After pointer we get cons pointer, and then we get iterator, I guess. Const iterator. And then reverse iterator and const reverse iterator. Substitute everything. That's it, everything. With, oh wait. That's better. Space using is base. Like that. Start to compile this. No, the next problem is with the begin. I guess I just jump to it. Begin is all the way down here. It's in C++ 20. There's a C begin. Didn't know they had a C these days. It's new to me. C begin. Yeah, I missed the begin. I guess that's the begin. There's another one. And there was a way to just view or not. What? Phew, okay, like that. Thought there was a way to filter this, so you get only to see C++20. Preferences maybe. Of course that doesn't work. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know they just don't support Linux for some reason, but really, you have to open it in a new tab, otherwise you cannot click it. Date and time, editing, these and changes. Watch released. I don't see it. I thought it was possible. Yeah. I'll have to do it the hard way then. So since, until, since. So this is one. Let me first just copy it. And then that's the next one, and then I have the one that I already copied. I have the one from C begin. Yes, and all of them are return. Really? Wrong button. This button. No, my scenes is gone again. all of these became before empty. Yeah, and here I have empty. The empties too. Yeah, what else do we have? Below this we get clear. And insert. Slowly but certainly we see how to speed up things. The ultimate case I would just download the web pages and write a script to rip it from the web page. But okay, I think this is doable. Last one was erase, push back. Push back is already clicked. Oh, but it's just probably from some last time that I actually looked at it or something. Go back and then we have and place back. Back. Resize. And swap. Wrong button. Right, now I still have to do these and then this. It's gonna suck probably. Man, it's so much. Oops. Block. front, I mean. Control F. Copy this line, paste it somewhere. Although nobody shows where my cursor is. Well, there. And then copy this one. And then we go back to back. And then copy this one. And then data. Right, and then we have still more to go, namely constructor. Yeah, that's always the. You don't like doing that, right? Oh my god. Destructor, yeah, destructor. And then is also a long list. Oh, it's not even that long. And then we have assign. And then we have get allocator. Yeah, I'm not using that. But I just have to be complete. I don't have OCD, but in this case, what happens? Alt tab. Alt tab is not working anymore. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, so we have all the types. What do I have? It's operator invalidation. These are the types. I have those copied. These I've copied. I copied these. I copied these, and I copied these. These are non-member functions. I think I got all of them, at least. Okay, let's give the template some space, put everything on one line. Space for my template. This also on one line. Template. Okay, now I really don't like those spaces here. So I think that, oh, what am I doing? Undo, redo. Substitute parentheses open space with just parentheses open, and that everywhere. And then the same thing again, but now with parentheses close. Oh wait, that's not true. Space parentheses close. Also, I think it is ridiculous to put const in front of types. And yeah, maybe I can just do that like this. There's one that is very frequent, I have the feeling. So I want to replace that with, just escape this, with const front of the, after the type rather. See, I see other things that are annoying. Yeah, same thing for the pointer. Don't have to escape that. What you do have to escape it here. Well, I don't see any reason to keep my keep these C below things. So percentage substitute. Let's use a percentage. The C below can be replaced with. Oh, that's for the no except. Right. I don't know what it is. Oops. For example, this is assignment operator. Operator equals C below 2. Exceptions. May throw implementation defined exceptions until, since, no except specification, no except standard allocator traits, propagate on container move assignment value, blah 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 blah. Whoa, okay, so it just thought it was too long and I have to replace it with this, I think. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't have to understand it, I guess. So I want to replace that with this. And that doesn't work because I have to escape my stars. And then it should have worked. We can only hope, at least. Yep, but I do need an allocator to be defined. We have that. Allocator is defined. Okay. No except looks very strange. Is that correct? The constructor. No except allocator. Hmm. Yeah, they say so. Okay, now the nasty part. Convert this into something that, yeah, I guess passes us on to the base class, but gives us the opportunity to add some debug code. So I think that in case of the constructors, I'm just going to do that manually. So I want to have this construct the base. This is like literally the base, right? By default construction. And then I'm going to add debug code there. Yeah, this one missed the allocator. Substitute const allocator reference with allocator const reference. Mm-hmm. So that's passing all the arguments on to the base class. Even more constructors. Okay, you have a slight problem here. All these dimensions of vector should be, of course, the class of the should be usage detector now. can do that afterwards, I think. Because they are constructors. Assignment operators need to return this. Now this also returns something, but it returns a reference to a standard vector. And I want to return, the real time. Still have to replace that vector here. I could return whatever this returns, cast it back to my type. Or I can ignore the return type and then just return this pointer. I guess this works. Assign is a void, so we can just call assign on the base. Count comma value. And another one, but this is a template. Also a void. This returns something. Allocator type. That's probably the same thing. Return base at pos. Okay, maybe I should start writing this because there's just a lot of them. Can I automate this somehow? Yeah, it's not really very easy to automate. I think easier to just do it by hand. Base at pos. We could partially automated maybe. Especially if you start making typos like that. No. Return base operator also pos. Return base front. It is a lot though. I want to automate it. Let me try something. Let me try something on this. Oh, I don't know. Substitute. Let's replace my semicolon with why is that not working? I don't know what I did wrong. Semicolon with a space. I need something here. Let's say anything but parenthesis open any number of times, followed by space. So nonsensical. Followed by, I think, something like that. Followed by anything but a space, any number of times. Followed by that. Followed by a bit confused that it erased everything after the opening brace now. Yeah, that's better. So space and then non-space, followed by opening thing. And then, yeah, I don't care, I guess. Then anything else? Semicolon, but I need these as well. Let's build spaces built in. Why would all that space built in? Doesn't matter. Space. Return base colon \2. What about that? I mean, it's a begin. That seems to have worked on that one. So let's now do this one. And these here. I'm not sure what happens if I try to do it on the template. Oh, we'll just see, I guess. I think that worked. But yeah, now I want to reformat it so that puts these lines on a separate line. I have no idea how to do that. I think it's something like does anyone know how to do that? Clang format? Something like that. I think it was Clang format. Nope. Oh wait, of course a colon. Uh, 56 fewer lines. That definitely did not what I want. Nope, it put everything on one line instead of putting it on multiple lines. Ah, okay, undo. And I would have to reconfigure Clang format first, so I'm afraid that I don't think I can just, you know. Okay, let's try to use a macro. It's a more NVim, new Vim of NVim stream than C++. But so I press Q1 to start recording, and then F brace open to find the first brace. And then H to go one back, I to insert, enter to go there, escape to go out of it, and then I guess just continue with typing stuff. $, one back, insert, escape, O, escape, one down, Q. And then you can play that back, I think, with an add sign. Yeah, so now I have two empty lines here. Nobody gets this. Did I just lose my recording? Apparently. Jesus Christ. Why? I have to do it again. Hey, these don't have return values yet. What's going on here? Did I just not select them? Okay, semi-automated. And now I need to remove the return for everything that returns void, of course. Everything that returns void. That's a void, that's a void. There's a lot of void stuff. Reference, void. Pushback is a void. Iterator, iterator. Iterator. Here's a void. And another void, which I already did apparently. Size type, reserve. Yeah, these are I have already done these manually. Anyway, size type, bool, const reference, serve, const iterator, const iterator. Yeah, well, why don't I just search for void? Yeah, much easier. That one's gone. Probably already did these manually. Now they are mixed up. The ones that I already did and the ones that I didn't. I gotta go. Wait. Okay, seems that they're all done. Then I need to fill in all the arguments. Maybe I could have attempted to do that also automatically, but yeah, that's a lot of work, and it doesn't even fit anymore now. I think I should have done that before putting them on three different lines. So I would have had a much better overview. Okay, these are the constructors, the destructor, assignment, I did that manually. Assign as well, get allocator, add operator, front, back, data, begin, see begin, and see, well, they don't take any arguments, so that's easy. They are already done. Here we get one that has no arguments. Positive comma value. Positive value. Standard move. Got to keep the R value reference intact. No, I wonder if I did that correctly above. Here's another vector. Standard move. Other standard move. And that's around, I think, yes, 97%. So then we go back to where I was. Nobody knows where that was, but well, I guess here. Insert pause first last. And then here pause comma I list. This is annoying. More annoying stuff. concentrate on this one first. That is pos, comma. Yeah, this is not an R value reference. This is a universal reference. And you have to forward them. So this is something like standard forward. And I have no idea what. So let's look at my own code where I use that. Standard forward. I have only one hit. That's not much. Okay, you see an example. So we have R's with a universal reference, and then that is forwarded as a standard forward with the same args, and then the args, and then the dot after it. You know, don't ask. Pause. First comma last. Value. Standard move value. And then that one again. Standard forward. Args. And no argument, count value, and swap. Oh, that was the last one. Gotta be kidding me. Okay, something else we desperately need to change is the name of the class. So everywhere we see vector here, we really should have used that other thing. And that holds for basically everything, I think. Certainly for all the constructor names, of course. Also for the arguments that we take here. The return values for the assignment things. Let's start with this. So I want to do substitute vector with that. The G is global, that means that on a single line you want to do all of them. Just in case anyone didn't know. Let's see if I have another vector string here somewhere. Yeah, there's another one. That was probably not what I want. Wait. Okay, that's all. I think I did all of them ish, right? First, last, continuous, base pos, add pos, pos. I wonder, some of these types might have the class in it, and I don't know in when exactly that would matter. Okay, if I can lose my tracking type. So if I call begin, I see that I'm calling begin, but then I think I just get a normal standard vector iterator. So then after that, I can change the contents of the vector using that iterator without that we get through any of these code. So I want to, if I would still want to do that, then I would have to replace the iterator with but yeah, let's keep it like this. I think it's okay, it works. I mean, ish, yeah, right. Let's try what errors we get after all this work. Etheros will be here, I would say, during Christmas. The Christmas stream. Then I'm going to do a beginner's thing from scratch on coming Sunday on 6 p.m. or 1800 hours UTC, Universal Time. So that is expected. Yeah, typo is that. Oh no, how many typos did I make? Yeah, I have some really interesting things for Sunday. This Sunday. Very interesting. I'm afraid that I will go too slow. I don't know. I think my regulars have a lot of patience because they are just here watching me for hours while they don't understand what I'm doing. So I think that next Sunday I will go really slow in explaining everything bit by bit so everyone can follow it. That dangerous then that people that already know a lot about the topic that I'm covering might get bored because they're like, yeah, I already know that. But on the other hand, in CAT that would be 1900, so it's UTC. Oh, we're winter time now and in Central Europe time, so it's just plus 1 hour. Please use Google if you want to be sure to convert to your time. Error, no matching function for call to task. Pipeline factory add to flat create info. Yeah, the idea is the idea of Sunday is that it is just cozy and all friends together. It's basically the idea is for lonely people who are alone during Christmas, I guess. So I just want to have fun, sit back, relaxed, and just watch a show, and I'll do all the thinking. And I think that even if it goes slow, if you can follow what I'm doing, then you will be impressed probably. And that's much better than when you cannot follow it, right? Better slow and the feeling, oh yeah, wow, yeah. Then that you have the feeling like, oh wait, what? What did he just do? So yeah. Right, yeah, well, 23, no matching function for call to task. That means that we just got through the whole header without any errors. Interesting. Cool, I guess. No matching function for call to task pipeline factory add to flat create info const standard vector blah blah blah. Namespace debug. Detect usage. No, I mean it doesn't light up, so I did it wrong. I think uses detector. I can't type. There we are. It's green. Yeah. Now everything. Let's automate this as well, because otherwise I'm going to have to compile 50 times. For example, I'm pretty sure that everywhere where this now occurs, I have to put this wrapped inside the user's detector. So you might as well find that thing and then see that it is wrapped here, but not here, and so on. So I do grep -v and just filter out where it is wrapped already. And then we have to edit all these lines. I'm not sure I can pass multiple line numbers, unfortunately. But at least get all the files once. And then all these do is search for them. There's only one. And then we do on one line just substitute that thing with yeah. Namespace debug usage detector. Same thing. Close. I think that should kind of do it, right? No. What I'm going to do is usage detector.h. Next. Yeah, the question is, does this work? Return merge. No, the return type of merge should also be wrapped. Doesn't even know where merge is anymore. I think we had an all. Well, at least these. Right quit? No, next. Wrap that one and then search for the next one. Oops, wrap that one. Search, and then we have them all. Next, search. All leading is wrap. Next, wrap. We are around. Next, that was it. Yep. Probably all of these files I should add that. Maybe could better add it to sys.h. Get it over with. Sys.h is included in every file. But no. Okay, that was it. But okay, first of all, if now I do this again, you get nothing. I still get something, but it's a comment. Yeah, okay. So, but this was just one of these vectors, and we have more vectors. But I think I already wrapped most of them, if not all. How many do I have? So in order to find that, I could do grab project sources for simply namespace debug users detector. And then we get a lot of them. And I can run that through the serial editor, where I substitute absolutely everything, including that. And then I think that is I always forget. It depends on, you know. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's this. At the very least, I'll add an R. And then I want to have my vector. Well, not easy. The vector itself also has brackets. So now I need a regular expression that matches angle brackets, which they exist, but they are extremely difficult. No fun whatsoever. Nope, no fun whatsoever. I think it's going to be something like, well, something. Let's first say we don't have any angle brackets at all. Well, that's nonsense. I'm going to have a standard vector or something inside of it. Anything but an opening angle bracket. Followed by, well, we have at least one opening bracket. And then, let's say again, anything but an opening bracket. And then a closing bracket. Assume that that is everything. And then again a closing bracket. And let's try that. Print as /1. I should have closed it. Unknown option, car 57. Yeah, what, dude? What is this? valid reference. So apparently the backslashes are not necessary if I use -r. No, you can make a sort here, sort unique. So these types are what we see, excluding the ones that have angle brackets, opening angle brackets in it. But if they did, then I think I would see the opening angle bracket. And I don't see any, so maybe they don't. We can at least start with this. But yeah, I'm not happy with the vector t, obviously. I don't know where that came from. I guess it's safe to just ignore it. And this utils array, yeah, well, we are working on vectors right now. We eventually have to do the arrays as well. Okay, so anyway, push constant ranges, range. You see there's a sneaky one. That is really strange. I should have done anything except opening or closing, I suppose, before the close. So like that. Now it's gone. Right, and then we need to find all the files that have any of these things. Let's ignore that one because I already did it. No, on that one too. So I guess that's kind of limited. A limited number of files. Yeah, no. And also no. And this one I do want to do. Right, and then we have to look for that. If I can do search for that in the editor. That doesn't work. How about adding backslashes for all the ors? Yay, that works. Okay, now we found one of these, and then I have to wrap them. So it would be nice if I could do that with a macro instead of manually. Yeah, let's just do something like let's record the macro again to 1 or something. Q1 insert namespace debug, and then it fucked up my indentation, but I guess that will not happen when I use the macro. Usage detector, right? Usage detector. escape. And now I want to find, I think just first closing thing. And then add another one there. And then escape. And why not, for good measure, go to the next line. And the beginning. Q. Fix the indentation. I can do this, and then I can do add one, and then I wrap that one as well. And that's all in this file. So I do next, search. I want to go to the top actually, or does that not matter? This one is already wrapped, so I go to the next one, next file, find. Yeah, I guess we need to wrap all of this then. That means, however, if that is the case, and I think it is the case, is it the case? It's not really the case, because this is a local thing. I don't care about local things, strangely enough. I just care about when they are stored in my flat create info, and etc. I think I should not wrap these. No, let's not wrap these. So I just do next. These are already wrapped. So here's a return get. I think that's what I do not want to wrap then, these things. So the call to merge must somehow convert them back to non-wrapped vectors. And these are all the accessors. So we keep them like they are. Also here, merge, and then stuff. And then this was done by accident, I guess. Next. This is in .cxxl. I'm Gu. Yeah, I'm not interested in wrapping this one. And then next. Okay, let's wrap this one. That one too, and it does increment stuff. That was the last file already. Okay, let's just write everything. So I have a merge somewhere in, I guess, flat create info. Where's my flat? Here. Merge. So the input is a wrapper around a vector of usage detector wrapped vectors. And yeah, it must do its thing as if it's just a normal vector, and then return a normal vector. So the result is indeed just a normal vector. We return the result. We do stuff. Let's see what we do. First I begin with taking the read log. So this is just everything before this double colon must just be the type of input list. So I guess it's just a repeat of whatever you have here. You can use type of, you know, like type of. Oh wait, I thought that was a keyword. It must be a keyword. So type of input list. But maybe you get a console reference also, so we want to remove that. We want to remove... No, the cons can stay. The reference I want probably to remove. So remove reference. I don't know, let's search this up. Do we have a type of, right? I think I'm mistaken. It's probably a declaration type. Yeah, it's yellow. That must be it. Okay. Let's look for declaration type. Well, it can return a reference, so I'm gonna assume that it does. And I don't think I want that. So we need something like remove reference. Standard remove reference. It should work. That has a type, so it is to do remove reference T, I guess. Then we get the type of that thing. Like that. If it compiles, you know. I need to have a header, types traits, which I probably already have anyway, but well, it's included explicitly. What? For some reason I have only white space. Type traits. Usage detector. Array is not a member of utils. Yes, it is. Totally is. Utils array. What is this? User detector specialization for utils array. And now we get a specialization for standard vector. So if it really insists, include vector. Standard vector vk push constant range is inaccessible in definition of the out entering. We cannot print them. Maybe you should make that more general. Let's make it more general. I think I can do that even before the specialization then. AKA right there. No, we don't do this. Well, it's more like okay, so to print a usage detector. Yeah, it must be a friend. Let's see, the T. Yeah, well, maybe it is not but blump. I don't know, print on. But let's say that all of these things below must have a print on. Which then I have to add. So printing purposes, we have a print on standard stream reference. Which is then implemented as calling base print on. No, we cannot do that. As we have to call this, and then print the dereference of this cost, I guess, to base pointer of this. Nah, might as well do that above. Do I not know what the base is there? Yeah, I don't know what the base is, so. There's a constant. Yeah, okay. Well, you know, like, let's hope that it works. Instantiation of standard O stream debug operator less than. Standard O-stream reference const usage detector reference with T is a standard vector VK push constant range, and O-stream is that. Acquired from here. Use of deleted function standard O-stream. What? I've got a reference or something. Me forgot the reference. Doesn't say where that is. Somewhere in here. Why didn't anyone say something? Yeah, reference missing, yeah. Thou shalt not try to copy O-streams. Clement, I see you have the right title for me. At least I assume you're talking to me. More errors here. That is an interesting. Really? This is one big type. When my mother used to say, "Don't be afraid of the dark, Carlo," she meant, of course, compile errors like this. That's what she really meant, but I was too young to understand that. I'm not going to attempt to read it. Error. The vector is inaccessible. I know what that is, and it is annoying me. That's why I growl. No, let's ignore the subsequent errors for now. I am afraid this means that we have to add even more free functions. Well, this was a free function in theory, and then I called print on OS, but then I had to implement it as well. So not a way to not have to do that. You can only do that if these things are friends. But if I make a specialization, then I have to add them to everything, it seems. And they are friends of every specialization. I have to add them to every specialization. Maybe I should make one public function in all of them that just returns the base class and get it over with. And then I can already do that for the print on. So instead of doing this, I'm just going to say, yeah, we just want to write the real thing. So ud dot let's call it base class. Nobody's gonna call that by accident, right? So we try to write to an O-stream. I use a detector. Then it will just write the base class itself. I mean this base class here, which is protected. but base class is not protected. So I'm going to do base const reference is returned by base class, which must be a const, and there's a public accessor which just simply returns this thing then. Yep. And then, well, I'll have to do that for the other one as well. Unfortunately, we still have to add that to every specialization. But who cares? Well, I could make another base class that takes care of this, but not yet. And then we can add the other three functions here, all of which have to be templates, of course. And for example, the Boolean operator less than usage detector const reference UD1, 2, and then return UD1 base class less than UD2 base class. Let the base class deal with it, as it were. And then we can go back to our documentation of vector. And do all of these anyway. The non-member functions. These are removed in C++20. Yay! I just added the less than, but okay. Operator equals is still there. Until equals, until C++20. Even that one is removed. All of them are removed. Great. The only thing we have to add is this. Okay. Cutting. That must be added. This can be removed. Uh-oh, see below. Oh no, what do you mean see below? I can't find it, what I referred to. Goodbye. rid of everything. Just T. Well, I think that should do it-ish, right? I'm absolutely not feeling certain, because I'm comparing vectors, but I'm not aware that I was using the spaceship operator there. I might have implemented my own. Oh, that's what it is. C. That's what it is. C below. The type is not there. What was the type of that thing? Damn it. I would think you have to use auto or something like that. Victory. Well, still errors left. Error conversion from standard vector to non-scalar type uses detector requested. Yeah, I did that one manually, but that should not have been wrapped because it's a local vector. Cannot convert standard vector to uses detector. So realize pipeline layout, I guess, does not take a wrapped value because it's yeah, okay. Muddy water. That one is deep, like literally. Poof. We have a wrapped standard vector here. What is the second part of a pair, which is used as a key in a map. Now we are wrapping in the AI thread safe wrapper, which is then our type for the pipeline layouts. So ignoring the AI thread safe wrapper, it's a map that uses a pair as a key. I'll take a read log on that. And then we call find on that. So I call find on this container here, which is a map. Which then tries to compare that using this class, push constant range compare. No. It uses a pair compare. And this here is then the type of set layout compare. Dude, you're killing me. I don't have no idea what is happening here anymore. Nope. Let's try to understand the error better. So in this line, which I just looked at, but okay, it's this line. Iter becomes read log thing find key. Whatever. No matching function for call 2. Find. Standard pair of standard vector. Descriptor set layout. Common standard vector VK pulse push constant range. So the reason is that this vector should have been wrapped. Yeah, find so the key is, and that the key is given here as a const standard pair standard vector of vulkan descriptor set layout, comma, debug usage detector of standard vector vk push concept range. So it's wrapped, and the wrapping is missing here, and that's the argument that is passed to find. So the argument to pass to find, which is the key, has the wrong type. And it has the wrong type because we created from sorted push constant ranges, which is the thing that I had wrapped, and now is no longer wrapped. What if I don't want to wrap it? Just a key. Is read only, but I could wrap it, and then it's going to print a shitload of output of all the compares that it does in order to find something in a map. Or change the map type, right? That will be this thing here. I mean, the key here is yeah. Okay, definitely difficult. I have the feeling that I should also wrap this thing. Standard map rather this thing. Yeah, no, it's the logical device.h. Pipeline layout, who cares? Really, I don't care the whole access. I don't care the whole access. I don't think I care about any of this. I don't care the access to pipeline layouts. I don't care that the key is being used. I don't need any output. So I need this to work. Whoa. Oh, wait, what I just said is crucial. I don't care about this at all. So also not about the contents. That means I just don't want to wrap this. I don't want to wrap it because it's the content of the logical device, and I'm just not tracking that. Not really. No. So now the find works again, but then maybe not some other point, which will just find, I guess, by trying to compile it again. Error cannot convert standard vector push constant range to wrapper. Yeah, this is create pipeline layout, and we are passing something that is not wrapped, and that decision starts to become pretty important. But hey, realize pipeline layout logical device not wrapped. Okay, check. So that means that also create pipeline layout just must take a non-wrapped thing. Push constant ranges. Yeah, doesn't even matter. That is a function. Create pipeline layouts. The pattern is emerging. I don't want logical device member functions to take wrapped vectors. That was the last one apparently. Right, finally compile, man. Compile. Dear post bunny, is there? What is this? In function undefined references. So we did get to the linker stage, or didn't we? There's some warnings. Warnings about inline functions. Warning inline function, const expression, debug, usage detector of standard vector or something. Usage detector with TSV dynamic state and a lot of other stuff as well. Allocator, used but never defined. Oh, I never defined it. Okay, excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. Yeah, okay, so that's just like that. Done. It's called the Netherlands, Buzz Bunny. He is from the Netherlands. It linked. We have succeeded in adding a class that is doing nothing whatsoever. Still crashing here. Yep. Well, that's great. So now I have to make it do something. Otherwise it was all in vain. I guess I start at the top. Surprised that this is all I needed. I'm not using anything of array apparently. That is really weird. But yeah. I mean, how can this even work? How can this work? The actual array is protected. So how can it construct this thing? It should not be able to construct anything. It doesn't have public constructors. Well, it doesn't have any constructors, so I guess the constructors are compiler generated. Which is not what I want, because then I cannot print anything from them. Apart from that, an array does not have constructors, does it? Well, standard array doesn't. But my array does. Or doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Pretty sure that standard array also does not have any constructors. Do I have that? No, I don't. I'm like almost flabbergasted that this is compiling, really. Shouldn't be able to. And I still want to see it being constructed. I want to print something at a moment that the utils array is being constructed. Well, a uses detector of utils array is being constructed. So let's do something intrusive, like adding a constructor, default constructor. Oh. And then I will just use base again. I mean, if you don't do this, it's also going to do it, but just to be explicit, user detector implemented as the like this. It will call the default constructor of the standard array, and then I guess that either I construct all my util arrays with the default constructor, or we'll get compile errors, because now definitely do not have any other constructors anymore. If you add one, you get less. Right. I did use something different. In instantiation of debug uses detector of utils array with acquired from here. Error standard array. It's not a direct base of debug user detector. Oh, I was reusing. I've been using underscore base already inside. It's 17 degrees here. I could make it hotter, but not required. Yeah, see, base is set here to standard array, which is actually a type that that I copied from this array here. Very confusing, isn't it? I need that type to exist, maybe. Well, it starts with an underscore, so really I do not. But then again, it's public. Why is it public? It starts with an underscore and it is public. That's like really, really strange. Going to make it private, I think. Protect it at least. Nevertheless, this is a whole different thing. So also this one is protected, but it was still protected, so I don't have to redo this one. I still, however, need another type. Let's call this, yeah, give it a dirty name. But not underscore base, I think. Or why not? I could do that. But then I need to, you know, use the actual base class, like that. And also this can be protected. Protected, but yeah, now it's hiding a type from the base class, which is maybe not that nice. I'll call it usage detector base. Yeah, there you go. And then here really doesn't matter what I do, because they are the same type. That's not true. Well, you could use, yeah, well, no, actually. But I'll leave it like this, that should work. Now using base here is dirty. I should not know that it exists. Well, I do know, because I just made it protected. But it's not, I've not really the idea of user detector. So I think I'm just going to replace all the underscore bases with UD base, I guess. Do that, so v percentage substitute underscore base with underscore user detector base. Whoops. Index type is still index, but hey, could also make it type def UD base index type, just because it looks more symmetrical. I don't know what you mean, events. Add events. Did I do that in another file? I don't think I did. No. Yeah, but I don't have a public. I just grabbed for it. It's not there. So where did you see that? Well, we'll run into it. If it exists, and then we'll get a compiler error. Oh, Postman here typed it. Yeah, well. She probably meant pubic, knowing her, but she accidentally deleted the wrong character. Stay quiet from here. No matching function for call 2. Debug usage detector. I read this really as a operator square brackets of debug usage detector. What kind of nonsense is that? UD base is not supposed to be a usage detector. I don't know what's wrong here. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Now I go to the UD base, I have to pass the arguments as they are without casting them first. Just giving the compiler a hard time here, I guess. Was the Oops, that was one still correct. Okay, so yeah, that's more like it, right? Just pass everything to the base class. No, apparently that worked. I mean, adding this default constructor. Okay, now we want to see when this is being used. So I want to print. Really, I want to print the name. I think we are very lucky that the only thing I'm using is a default constructor. So I'm going to change the default constructor in accepting a character const pointer. It's going to be the debug name of the thing. We're going to store the debug name in here, private. For later reference. And I'm going to write new debug channel or not? What do you think? Oh, well, why not? Use it. It's just more work, but I don't have enough to do, right? Detector. With an underscore? Okay, let's print that we enter the users detector off. What now? I'm not going to print users detector. I want to print the type. I think the type of the UD base. Really? I forgot how. Get type. It's on my web page. That's the only thing I'm sure of. Bookmarks, picture, WD. Reference, quick reference even, I think. Now wait, screenshot. Yeah, this. Could use that, and that would print a type of this. So you can see, and the output you see bint being printed here. Z-Light, hello. But if I do it like this, then I would print the users detector type. So we don't want that. We want, and actually I think I can also pass it as a template parameter. So I just want to pass UD base, right? And then the argument, as it were, well, almost. I do is can I use print string here? I'm not sure. Just do it like this. Print the debug name. Oops. What? Quote close. So now it should print whenever we construct a utils array. If I did that right, of course. Well, I have done it before like that, so I guess that works. But it won't compile because now my default constructor is gone and I have to pass a debug name. So let's see where all I'm constructing util arrays. Oh, we get this. I have to add a new debug channel first. How the hell do I do that? I have to go in the file that kind of defines it. Well, dude, is it given here in my documentation? I doubt that. Evidence manual. You would think that it should be given in the this is a bad manual, I think. So old. And then again, I think it's even part of CWDS, not of libcwd. So let's try to find it in my source code. Get project sources for something with a namespace. There is a good example, I suppose. Well, all this code that I'm writing now is just really, this is always being defined because this is so, you know, horrible that I don't want to keep it. So I'll add a new debug channel here called users detector. This one. Just call it just print usage, otherwise it's such a long label. And I need to add it to a .cxx file, of course, which doesn't exist. Really nice. Damn it. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. I'll just have to add it. sys.h. Top. So where was my example here? Because that's enough example. It's just the same thing, of course. Yeah, like that. usage. So I did something wrong. I still don't have the header declaration then. Usage. This is what I just did. Channel is defined in somewhere. Class channel.h. No, it's going to include debug.h. Seems to make more sense for the namespace debug channel started. That's needed. But yeah, the namespace must be the same, of course. This is just namespace, namespace channels, namespace DC, etc. So then this must be changed into extern channel. And that is in CWDS, which I don't think picks things up with globbing. So I have to add explicitly that new file now. Doesn't look like a complete list, does it? ls_star.cxx. Oh, apparently it's not that much. Oh well. So I had 4 files. Oh, nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and sys.h. Though nobody knows why the sys.h is there, and not like there. No, let's add that thing at the head as well. That's nonsense. Let me think. How do I configure this? Just simply running configure, I think. Make. Discord. Yeah, just my Discord server that nobody uses and I don't look at. Oh, 3 people have said something. LGL has joined. I showed my table with when I was repairing my microwave. People are jealous about how big my table is. The big desk. I made my desk myself. Anyway, I was going here to copy the invite again. Oh, you mean maybe the Vulkan Discord, not my Discord. That's my Discord. I mean, I copied it anyway now, so. You can still see my desk. I have to type that back though. Oh, not a stop messing with my keyboard things. Yep, reply. I'm built desk myself. just buy wood and paint and then have a saw and stuff. Yeah, I should just close OBS or minimize OBS and then watch my chat more. Collatz is also joined. Well, nobody knows how or what is called or she on YouTube. Let's continue here. What am I doing? Uses deleted function. Yeah, great. That's exactly what I expected. Shader stage. Oh, wait. Shader stage is deleted. It would be ill-formed because no matching function 2. Something. Okay, let's just click on this one and then candidates. Yeah, I know about candidates. Just as long as we get in the neighborhood of we don't. Oh, wait, here they are. Yep. So that thing now needs to be initialized in a to be added default constructor of add shader stage, which should be protected, I guess, protected or whatever, but not private. Let's add it here just because. And then I mean add shader stage constructor, which takes a character const pointer debug name. No, it doesn't. It's a default. Default constructor, which initializes these things with the name that they have. And Dao and Ningyun Noang, yes. I'm doing it full-time-ish, but I'm not getting paid. This poor guy who lost half of its life savings because I don't have a pension. So I did. I live very, what is it? On a low budget. No car, never go out, hardly ever buy new clothes, stuff like that. Don't smoke, of course. All those things that are expensive. And I saved up because I don't have a pension, so I'll get really lot less money even when I turn 65. And then I lost half of that because I was so smart to invest in crypto at the wrong moment. But trying to make money is nothing for me. I'm just not interested. I have had good friends, really super close friends, like, I don't know, a lot, that were multimillionaires. And I never did care at all, any of that. Maybe that's why they like me as a friend. Because I was totally not interested in their money. Yeah, I don't any of them. I don't know any of them anymore. Since a long time, not actually. No matching function for call 2. Oh, I just randomly copied all of them, and then one of them was sneakily a vector. Yeah, these two are arrays and this one is a vector. Well, we need all of them, so why not, you know? But first I want to do all the arrays, because otherwise I'm going crazy. So let's comment out the last one for now. Well, that worked. Oh. In that case, let's add them to the vectors as well. Okay, so I'm going to need something like this, probably all starting with the vector, and then being initializations. Oh. Oh, well, actually, not that bad. Well, let's grab everything that is, that looks like an, you know, I'm really worried about my memory. You know, I've said it before, I have the feeling I don't think in words, so I just can still think just fine. But just like right now, I wanted to say so that it looks like a declaration, and I just, declaration didn't pop up. But today was even worse. I have a very expensive, I must say, computer fans to cool my PC, because I just got sick of them breaking all the time. So I bought very expensive ones. I think maybe 50 euros a piece, or something like that. And today I wanted to remember I had a visitor, and I was cleaning up something, and I just wanted to, I had to write down the name of what was in the box. And I wanted to write down the brand of those fans, and I could not remember it. And I was so pissed off that I could not remember the brand of my computer fans, that I sat down and said, okay, be quiet, I'm going to think. And I just sat down with my eyes closed, and I was thinking and thinking and thinking. I went over the whole alphabet, and it was like, you think about a certain letter, so let's say B, 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 bo, bu, ba, b, b, ba, b, b. No, and then the C, C, S, 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 so, chi, S, S, D, D, do, da, di, da, di, 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 and at the same time I'm thinking hard about these fans. I know how they look like. They have a certain colors, brownish colors. And so I passed the whole alphabet, and then at the moment I was at the N, so I was like N O no, yeah, and then you have to imagine that in my brain is like noise, and only at the N it become a very, very small signal above the noise. It was super small, but it was definitely, the rest was nothing. So it had to be the N. But I didn't know the name, so it was like, well, still normally if I have once I have the first character, I know the rest. But the only thing that popped in my head was Nokia, which is, well, you know, Nokia, that's not it. But so I thought, well, I'm gonna go over all the syllables. Was that the correct word? So na, ne, ni, na, no, and then indeed no hit again. Slight signal, like no, yeah, it is no, you know. Nokia is the only thing I came up with. I just didn't know. Okay, chat, type in the name of these fans because you should know. Anyone? YouTube's claiming that I have 33 viewers. Maybe not all have the sound on, but it just seems like there must be someone who now knows what my expensive computer fans, or the brand of my expensive computer fans are. Come on, someone. Don't Google it, you just have to know it, otherwise you're cheating. Nobody knows. It's unbelievable. I'm going to type it in. Too late, I'm going to type it in. That's Noctua. So it was just overshadowed by, and I forgot the other one. Nokia, yeah. Noctua and Nokia are so close. The first three letters are the same. Yeah, sorry, but you were too late, Post Bunny. You typed it after I typed it, so no way that you can claim that it was lag. I already typed it in the chat. I think if Nokia had not existed, then maybe I would have remembered the whole name. But now it's just buried. It was buried, and I could not think of it anymore. And it kind of worries me. I mean, like, come on. Can't even remember the brand of my computer fans. I mean, it's not the first time I buy them. I'm like, yeah, when I buy computer fans, I buy Noctua, of course, you know, like that. Yeah. Deacon, I'm from planet Earth, yeah. Northern hemisphere. A large part of my life I spent on the moon, in an underground moon basis, which is, by the way, secret, so I shouldn't talk about it, but I'm a test tube kid, conceived on the moon. And they kept me there until I was about 18 or 19, I think, and then I went back to Earth. Yeah. Story I've told many times. And nobody ever believes me. Damn it, what am I doing? Here, this. Add push constant. I'm needing a push constant. Shall I make it public or again protected? Now really, as long as I'm on the internet, when people ask me where are you from, I always had the same story. And that was back then, so then I was telling them that I was still in an underground moon basis. And I had telekinetic powers and stuff like that. And I had sneaked out because I was very young, and the scientist kept me locked up in my room. But I just sneaked out, and then I had hacked the internet connection. And I said, well, they won't do anything to me anyway, and I don't think it's that bad if I tell you where I'm from, because nobody is going to believe me anyway. Yeah, it's really fun. I think certain people actually believed it, or were confused, like, well, you know, maybe it's true. It's like when you show hordes of I don't know fucking name, sorry. I want to say this, so I'm gonna look it up, sorry. No, everyone is going to be majorly annoyed, I know, but it's a walrus in English as well. Okay, so I wanted to say it's like showing hordes of walruses falling off a cliff in slow motion and then claiming that it is because of climate problems. So they don't have eyes anymore. And there's always people that believe it. Unbelievable. In case anyone saw that on TV, they were fleeing for ice bears because they're doing very well. There are a lot of walruses, more than years before, and also a lot of ice bears. And when they were so scared of the ice bears that were hunting them that they just fell off a cliff. And then all the media say, see how bad the climate problems are. Even the walruses commit suicide because they don't have enough space. Holy shit. It's really disgusting, actually. Disgusting what the media is showing you these days. The lies. I don't get it. Well, let's all think for ourselves and not believe nonsense. Obviously, I'm not in an underground moon base. I never have been. That's well, I don't even have to say that, of course. Where's the thing that I wanted to do? Not that one. The only wrapped thing is this one. The only wrapped thing. Shift G. Beep beep. Yeah. 2 of them. Whoa. You really get to do something here. Private, public, protected. Vertex shader. Nope. '24, it's volume 25. Oh, I already did that one. Already did this one as well. And that was 76. I get this one, that's 3 on a row. What? Oh, no, it's not. It's not even the same file. Plus I don't want to do frame resource count yet, or at all. 2 in a row here then. Base pipeline characteristic. I guess it is like that. Okay, that's not going to work. I am actually initializing these right there. I'm curious if you can do both. Initialize it here and then again here. But apparently this one's not. It is a vector. That even compiled. Oh yeah, because I copied all the copy constructors. Because that's the initializer list. Yeah, I know what I just did, but it's probably not okay. Let's, I'll just have to dig deep into the vector, uses detector vector specialization constructors, because now this is the only allowed, constructor. And I added all 50 of them, so yeah. Okay, semi-default constructor. Maybe you should just add names here, right? Why not? Yeah, already added it here. Plus I need a constructor anyway. So all the other edits then, or were those nonsense with vectors? So this was already a default thing. This one too. There's one too, and that one too, and now the only thing I'm using is default, except this one. So yeah, let's edit the usage again. Okay, that was lazy. Where is it? Here. No, standard vector specialization. And did get a lot of constructors, none of which we're using now. I think it's pretty safe to just comment them out. So this is more or less the default constructor, then the rest should go. I'm not using them anyway. And then also this thing should get a character const pointer debug name, which I'm going to then add to the constructor here. Character const pointer debug name. Debug name. Oops. Slow shift key. Yeah, really. It's not my fault. Ask me. I have it right. Debug name, okay, and then well, let's print it there again. DC. Usage detector. I should use entering, even though. Huh? Am I crazy? Entering. Yeah, I want to do the same thing as I did both. Let's go and entering here. Yeah, I should go to bed. Definitely should go to bed. As in, I should get up early. Okay, in this case it's not called UD base, but maybe it should be. Because in the name of consistency. So, oops, I want to do shift V percentage. And then substitute underscore base with underscore UD base. And now it's called underscore UD base. No reason whatsoever. So that should work, alright? A const expression that prints a debug output. Oh, well. Maybe not. $70 cannot be overloaded with. $70. Already had it. It was public. And now it's protected. Totally. Hello, Bernard. Don't mention function for call to. Characteristic. Candidate. Need to confusing. Oh, this is the constructor. Adding it here was not plus. Definitely should not be protected here. Amika, what do you mean with face? What face is this? Panic face? No, not yet. Not yet entirely panic. .libcwd rc. And let's add our new debug channel called usage detector. And then we run it, write it to your file, and then I grab for usage. That is not what I wanted to see. Did I make a mistake here? Usage detector is a channel that I turned on. Crap, usage detector. It's not being used. Then what did I add? What I'm doing, I'm trying to concentrate. Oh, really weird. Come on, man. I did print something. I printed. Where did I print it? Oh, I printed in. I printed in CWS. Look at div here, and then there is nothing. Any source maybe? Nope. Status. The whole file is not in the div. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Okay. So it is usage detector. That's what I added. Why doesn't print anything? is going on? What is going on? If this is not printing anything, then we are never ever constructing a usage detector, apparently. Well, show me that you are not doing that. It's recompiling 38. You guys, you know, I cannot wait until it is Sunday because. Oh, hello, yeah. So what I said is I cannot wait until this Sunday because I just want to start working on this super interesting problem. The Collatz conjecture. Okay, we do get here, but did it print something? I don't think it printed anything. How is this possible? I guess that the debug channel is just turned off. But why? Is it because it doesn't understand underscores or something stupid like that? Huh? What? Maybe it is not using this thing. Silent is on. Silent is off. TT trip. Warning is on. Notice that will task rectangle is ding 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 ding. Everything is on except the channel that we want to be on. Might be a problem with the underscore. Oh no, I know. It's looking at the label. It is looking at the label here, and I called it usage. It doesn't know the name of the. Doesn't know the name of the variable. Of course not. Stupid. So stupid. No usage is on. Finally. Okay, yeah, that was it. And it's logical. Of course, it's always logical. Right. So let's run this again and then have a look at. No, let's just grab it. There's no grab anymore. No grab inside. Grab usage. Doop. Only one? Oh yeah, and then it asserted. Yeah, okay. Didn't say anything. Doing, ding, dong. We'll get there eventually. Oh. And then we had two. That's not making me happy. That's impossible. Only two. Only 2. How does this make any sense? Oh, there's a weird an error. What is it? An assert. Oh, that's because an assert in an early assert in libcwd. Okay, so we just crash sooner because of the debug output that I don't see. It cannot demangle the thing. It cannot demangle whatever is being passed. Yeah, well, that's a completely different project. That is libcwd, and it is super, super, super annoying, of course. Did I change the demangling or something? Probably. I don't want to debug this. Don't have time for that anymore. Besides, I think our libcwd is compiled with optimization probably. So let's see, make vr s fix vr. Doesn't say explicitly, but I think this is just a release build. So should explicitly turn off optimization and debug on. How do I recompile that? Trick that / opt dash libcwd. I need to know which one is being used, or I can just delete both of them. That might not work though. Just try it. So it says release, yeah. That should change the CMake build type, not even sure how. Enable debug off, alloc is off, with check mark allocation, debug, yeah. What I have to do is change this. And I guess I could, maybe I can just do that. 7747. Oh, that's strange. Did I read that wrong? libcwr, oh, it's 7, this is one 7, B4, BE, etc. It's just this diagram. I want to change let me just try to add no idea if that works. No, I changed the configuration, so it should make a new one anyway, I think. Let's try it. Configure, does it work or does it not work? That is the question. Still release. Guess it didn't work. Yes, debug. So I did build it in a new directory because the whatever the hash, this is being hashed. So it's something changed, so it rehashed. But in the end, changing this CMake build type, it didn't make it. And apparently that is because it adds release at the end. So instead of debug here, and then later it says overrides it with whatever. Dude, that's not how it works. Yep, and then I would have to dig into Gitash to find out how that works. How to get it to compile something else. Definitely not something for 12:15 midnight. So I'm going to bed. And this was not a good idea. Maybe there's another configuration that git repository, git tag, cmake ars. Maybe this is something else that I can use to set the release. But there is, it is being set to release. What? So that is apparently how it should work. Yep, again, but yeah, I'm setting it to release, not to something else. Okay, that's highly annoying. Something is not right. Yeah, well, okay, so I'm going to end the stream. And during this stream you will learn what, for example, means 0101 010101 0. It's invention of me. I invented it today. It's a new way to write something. I have to look at my whiteboard if that is correct. It's not correct. Nah, I made a mistake. Oh no. Yeah, it's bullshit. That's the right one. Okay, I'll explain now what this means, but that is a preview, you know. This means that you have this binary and you have to repeat whatever is in here 0 or more times. So if we repeat it 0 times, then we get 0, 1, 0, 0, which equals 10, as you know, in decimal. Oh, yeah. And modulo 3, by the way, that is 1. That's why it's divisible by 2. So I only have it multiplied by 2, so that the modulo 3 it is 1. So if you let's divide it by 2, and then you get 5. And if I add one sequence in it, so we get this. That is still not 3, that is still 1. Well, first we have to get the decimal value of this. What is the decimal value of that? Dude, it beats me. Can look at that hex thing. There's a 2AA, right? Oops. See, my mouse is doing it again. I just left click and then it hides the window. But don't ask. Completely idiot. Was it 2AA? (6A2). So that modulo 3 is indeed 1. And that's why it was multiplied by 2. Oh, it is again doing weird things. So I'm not, what? Okay. Anyway, divided by 2 is then 341. And then we can, for example, do that again. So now we repeat this sequence twice. Then you get, now I have A, 2, 3, 4 A's. So it's still modulo 3 is still 1. And it's still even, of course. And I can divide it by 2 to get the next number, 21,847. So it's 2 times that number. And so on. You see it grows very fast. 5, 341, 21,800, this is like blows up. But what is so special about all of these numbers? Well, if you start to apply the Collatz sequence thing, then they are all odd. These numbers are odd. I divided them by 2. So I just remove the 0 here. Then 5 times 3 plus 1 equals 16. Which is the next step goes to 1. Right? I mean, then you divide by 2 until you cannot no longer divide by 2. So that goes to 1 in one single step. And this number times 3 plus 1 equals, I bet, 1024. Where's my calculator? Calculator. 1 times 3 plus 1 is 1024, which is also power of 2. So then we kept dividing by 2 until we get 1. And you understand that even the next one, times 3 plus 1, is some power of 2. Namely, I guess 65,536. Let's calculate it. 21845 times 3 plus 1 is 65,536. It's also a power of 2. It goes to 1. Next step. So all of these things, this is a abbreviation of writing all the numbers that are modulo 2, if you remove the 0. Modulo 3, they are 2. If you remove the 0, then and they are old then. And they go to 1 in one step. Now, you say, yeah, okay, so what? Well, we have other abbreviations. For example, just 010101 goes also, I mean, you must repeat this at least once, otherwise you start with nothing. That's not possible. So this is 21, I think. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So you add it up. This is 21. 21 times 3 is 63 plus 1 is 64. So that goes to 1 in one step. And if you repeat that, so you put this a few times after another. So let's say the binary number, that also goes to 1 in one step, in single step, and so on. Just doesn't matter how often you repeat it. Plus, the modulo 3 of this value is 0. So this gives modulo 3 is 0. This expression gives, without a 0, gives modulo 3 is 2. And finally we have 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And that is modulo 3, that is 1. N goes to 0, to 1 in one step. And if you combine them all, then actually you just have 0, 1 repeated. So any binary number that exists of a lot of 0, 1s after another goes to 1 in a single step. But I did divide them into 3 groups for a reason. More on Sunday, and then I'll, this is just more at the end of the story, almost. Well, that's not true, but I'll show how I got this and where it leads to, of course. Just somewhere in the middle. I'm going to stop my stream and then I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Goodbye.